All right, Precalc, we're going to move on to evaluating the 6 trig functions. I don't like the way this is written, so I'm going to write over it real quick. I'm going to call this sine, this cosine, and tangent, because I like to see that the flip of all of these are cosecant, secant, and cotangent. Because what's going to happen is once we find the sine of 2 pi over 3, we're just going to flip it to get the cosecant. So let's start with 2 pi over 3. Where on the unit circle is 2 pi over 3? Well, I know that this is about 120 degrees. I shouldn't say about, it exactly is 120 degrees. So I know that when I make my triangle and the radius is 1, that this is going to have a reference angle of 60 degrees. So to get me all the way to 180 degrees, this is going to have 60 degrees reference angle. So I know this point is at negative 1/2 in root 3 over 2. This is what we've talked about in class. I also know that it is cosine sine, meaning the cosine is the x, the sine is the y. So I always start with sine. Sine is root 3 over 2. The cosine is the x, negative 1/2. The tangent is the sine over the cosine. Well, if I take, I'm going to go ahead and write this over here. If I take the sine as root 3 over 2 over the cosine of 1 over 2, dividing, I can multiply by the reciprocal, because remember when I divide, I multiply by the flip. And notice I just take the root 3 over the 1. So I know that tangent, and I'd rather say it this way, is just top number over top number, because that bottom number cancels out. So this is just root 3 over 1, or we would reduce that to root 3. Now, to find the rest of them, the cosecant, the secant, the cotan, we do have to flip. So when I flip the cosecant, I have a radical on the bottom. Well, we know from Algebra 2 we can't have that. So I can multiply anything through by 1. In this case, root 3 over 3 is equal to 1. And I get 2 root 3. Root 3 times root 3 is root 9, which is 3. Very soon, and trust me, very soon, you'll be doing all that in your head. All right, my next number is this negative 1/2. If I flip that, I just get negative 2. My next number is root 3. When I flip that, I get 1 over root 3. Again, I have to rationalize by multiplying root 3 over root 3. I can multiply anything through by 1 and not change its value. And on the bottom, root 3 times root 3 is root 9, which is 3. So I have sine, cosine, tangent, cosecant, sec, and cotangent. Ooh, guess what I forgot? Naughty me. I forgot that this was a negative right here, which means that the tan and the cotan also are negative. So location, location, location is always important. Moving on to 4 pi over 3. Where on the unit circle is 4 pi over 3? Well, we know it's going to be a little bit bigger than 1 whole pi, because this is pi. So we have to figure out where that is. So 4 pi over 3 is going to be about here. So notice we've already traveled around the unit circle halfway, but we're going another, I know that this is a 60-degree reference angle, to give us that place where we are at 4 pi over 3. And I know that this is negative 1/2 and negative root 3 over 2. All right, sine is the y, negative root 3 over 2. Cosine is the x, negative 1/2. And remember what I told you about the tan? Tan is top over top, so So I'm just looking at top here over top, and notice that will be a positive root 3. Let's not mess up our signs. Cosec is the flip. Hopefully you'll know that this is negative 2 root 3 over 3. The flip of cosine is the sec, which is negative 2. That's an easy flip. And the cotan is the flip of the tangent, which is negative 1 over root 3. And when I rationalize that, I get negative root 3 over 3. All right, the one thing that we need to talk about are these, what I call non-angle angles. I love them because they're so easy. So non-angle angles, well, I know that this is 0. I know that this is pi over 2. I know that this is pi, 3 pi over 2, and this ends up being 2 pi. Well, that's what they're asking us for, this point right here at 2 pi. That point is 1, 0. Just like your XY coordinate grid that you've always worked with. Sine is the y, 0. Cosine is the x, 1. Tan is 0 over 1, and hopefully you remember that is 0, because this is where it's going to get a little tricky for you. When I take the cosecant, remember that this is 0 over 1. When I flip that, I get undefined, and you're going to start seeing this in graphs soon. Don't get this confused with the cosine. The cosine is just 1, which is 1 over 1. So when I flip 1 over 1, I still have 1. But the tan, when I look at the original, when I flip that guy, what happens with the tan or the cotan? I get undefined again. So notice these non-angle angles are going to have these 0 points because they touch where there are non-angle angles. And there's still numbers, but because of that 0, we're going to have some undefines. So the last one we're going to look at is this pi over 2. Well, pi over 2 is already in our graph. What is the point of this pi over 2? The x is 0, and the y is 1. So notice we already have our sine and our cosine. Sine is 1. I really should write sine of t if I wanted to be exact. Cosine of t is 0. The tan of t, because they named it t, is 1 over 0, which we know is undefined. Moving on. When I find the cosecant of t, I get 1 over 1, which is 1. When I find the secant of t, I get 1 over 0, which is undefined. And remember the tan was 1 over 0 undefined, so when I find the cotan of t, I end up getting that 0 because I'm going to flip the 1 over 0 to give me 0 over 1, which is 0.